Speaking of horror, though,
We're about to watch the Smash Bros. Fight of all time.
two gods fighting through people, yeah, I guess. So what happens after I fail that roll?
After you fail that roll, nothing happens. In fact, you're all sitting at the barbecue.
That's not where we were.
You're all at a cookout right now. It's strange, because you don't remember coming here. But you're all sitting there, and you have a plate in front of you, filled up with whatever you want on it.
Whatever barbecue food we want, or whatever
Okay.
food we most desire.
Barbecue food. Barbecue
Okay.
food.
Okay. That's a little less concerning.
No, it's not the Amesley house.
It was a weird time in that house.
Finnick is giving me the strangest side.
Which Amesley house?
Fennec has concern.
Which Amesley house?
There's performers with fire right now.
Oh, I just know there's always something weird going on.
They're twirling fire on sticks. Kind of just basic entertainment at this point for y'all, since y'all have been here a while. It's how they entertain kind of the newer people coming in off the boats. Give them a fire show, give them a hula.
It's how they appease the tourists.
Pretty much. You see the villagers are here as well. They're kind of off on their own side, talking amongst each other, doing their own little dances and everything, and having a lot better time than any of the sailors who are here in any of the reliquary, where it's all very contained fun. They're just having wild fun. The chief comes over to you three. Would you like to come over and hear a story?
I would love to. Are we aware that we don't remember how we got here?
Sort of, but it's all kind of fading away.
Okay.
You're both aware, but it's also like there's no way that we would have missed that happening. Yeah, we just resolved it.
It's fine. It was just, beyond what we could comprehend, and it's fine. I look over, I see Katie's okay, and I think I just loop my arm through yours and say, we would love to. It's always nice to hear a good story.
Yes, stories are always fascinating and should be preserved at every opportunity.
We'd ask that you not write any of it down.
I promise it won't be written down, but I will try to store as much of it as I can in my memory.
Good. Perfect. Mortimer, are you coming?
Oh, I am always in the mood to hear a good story, so yes.
He leads you over and he sits you down with a few of the elders. You don't see any children here. This is all the elders. This is the children's story time, and the younger people's story time is elsewhere. These are just a few, and I mean like a few. There's only 5 or 6 elders here. Each of them circled around you three and then the chief.
Feels just a little bit like we have been called to the principal's office almost.
Those are the vibes I was getting.
Yeah, Victoria's just going with it, and it's just kind of like keep where she's got like a hand or an arm touching Katie, just because she's getting paranoid again. Just has to make sure you're there.
It's very much the same, but Katie is, with her 60 in strength, just trying to puff up a little and slightly put you behind.
Mortimer, what are you doing?
He is gonna just stand preemptively next to Victoria and Katie, but just in case, he can jump in front of them if need be.
Also, Victoria's just occasionally she'll just kind of like reach out, put a hand on Mortimer's arm, just kind of like a subconscious reaching out to touch to make sure that he also has not wandered off. Considering the first time we met him, he was unconscious on the ground and bleeding. He is a good being. He is also kind of a himbo, so must be protected.
That is our himbo we
Must be
adopted.
The first elder introduces themselves. I am Elder of the North Islands, in what you would call Alaska. We are fishers and crabbers, but we are also those who watch the north and see the islands freeze each year. From our side, we have the serpent. He sleeps in the depths and only comes for the fishers who fish too much. This is the legend as we have heard it. This is the legend as we have told it. He sits back down and motions to the elder of the island that you're on now. I am the elder of these seas, and I speak of ancient times where the islands were conjoined into a larger mass and a larger people. They were a peaceful agrarian people who saw the world as it was, falling apart, beholden to gods, as you would call them, but beings of immense power that with them brought destruction upon our lands, all for their amusement or their self-gain. That is the stories as we have told them and observed them. There's another elder. He's introduced as the elder from the west. He doesn't speak the language. He speaks to one of the other elders, and the elder translates for you. He says that he is the elder from the west, that his people tell of the warriors of the deep, that in the stormy tides and in the long seaborne nights will rise from the waters and take more to join their armies in the deep, their armies that serve the serpent. He sits down, and right behind y'all, the elder from the south seems to stand as well, and instead of speaking, he lights a fire. Now there is a burn pit, and so it's a little easier, and you start to see these images form in the flames. Need all of y'all to roll sanity.
Oh, goody.
Cool. Neat.
All right.
Awesome. Dice are not being nice today.
31 out of 69.
Noise.
93 out of 66.
Hey, exactly 59.
Those of you who passed, you don't take any sanity damage this time. Those of you who failed, roll a d4.
I just got a 3, so I mean, that could have been.
Could have been 4.
Yeah, like it. There wasn't a lot more worse for it to get, but it could have.
Mm-hmm. You see his hands craft these images in the flames. You see large buildings and large cities kind of form and then disappear under a wave of flame that comes over them. You see a serpent rise up and then crash down on the cities. And the serpent becomes what looks like a squid with a glowing red eye. And then you see the frozen wastes. You don't know that they're really frozen because it's fire that's doing this, but the flames go blue. You kind of just assume, oh, maybe this is a cold, even though fire burns hotter if it's blue. How did he make it blue? Those are the questions that you might be asking yourself as the flames then go white, as you see penguins and whales all on the shores of a frozen land, not moving. The image gets closer as they have all died, been wiped out, and the ice begins to melt, and you see flowers blooming. You see trees grow from where the whales and the penguins had died. A jungle forms, and a continent in the distance forms again. Out of the depths it is brought. The flames go orange again and then are extinguished completely. The chief that brought you over here, he's the dramatic one. He could have said all of that.
What? I think Victoria is shaking a little. It's a powerful story.
You three Seem like you are onto something, the elder of this island. The time is nearly coming for that one civilization to return, for our islands to be raised again, for the ice of the south and north to be joined as one water.
What does that mean for us? For the rest of the world? Is it really the best thing to be bringing an island back in the middle of a war?
Well, the war hasn't hit us yet. So perhaps this is a time for bounty? Perhaps this is a time for joy and gladness as the world on this side begins to grow again?
I don't think it's going to be quite that simple.
No.
They're not things to be messed with.
It's at this point that two younger elders approach. You two. They point at Katie and they point at Mortimer.
Yes?
One of them is dressed the same as the priest that went down into the temple.
So, so they're all working to. Oh.
Oh, yay.
I feel like the second someone says you two and then points at Katie, Victoria is attempting to push Katie behind her. Absolutely not.
What were you doing on that island?
We were just taking in the sights of the island. Nothing specific. We weren't there with any set ideas or anything.
You left us there stranded. You took a form of the fiend, and you expect us to believe that you had no intention of destroying our shrine?
Shrine?
Katie will allow herself to be pushed behind Victoria, but there's a very, like, the arm kind of snaking around the stomach and pulling Victoria close and just saying, if I was this fiend, wouldn't I have killed you right where you stood? If it was me, of course.
These three should be thrown off this island. They should not be allowed back. I do not know why you tell them these tales. You will anger the ancestors, and you will anger the Magaru.
Does that name register anything?
No, not
Look,
the
Fennec is
slightest.
happy because we finally have a name to hunt. Katie, on the other hand, is like, I don't care what you're talking about. Don't come at me near my wife.
We didn't come here to cause trouble. It looks like trouble's found us.
The chief speaks up and says, it was my idea. I sent them that way. If the blame is to be on anyone, it should be me. I should not have permitted them or told them to go that way. But they were curious, and we think can solve the riddles of the past. The riddles that you and your kind have not been able to solve for thousands of years, may I remind you. Many moons have passed, and still you are no closer to unearthing your Magaru, nor removing these white people from our shores and their empires. You've been telling us that the British would leave in fear and tremble. You've been telling us that the Americans will leave, but they keep building. There's just a really awkward pause between them all, and a huff and a puff, and the priest and his follower seem to just turn and leave peacefully. For now.
For now.
Katie doesn't relax until they are out the door and she has heard them walk away.
They are as good as gone. They've walked down the path that you walked up, and you hear, we're leaving.
Victoria's staring down the chief now. What exactly is it that you've gotten us involved in, if you don't mind my asking?
Your wife and your friends were curious about things. I gave them a chance at answers. I did not realize that today would be a day of ceremony for them, the Magarites.
Who is that?
They are an older religious
I'm
faction.
not familiar with that name.
They worship a creature called the Magaru. It is a squid-like presence, once thought to be an eel. said to be lord over all the seas. We do not put much stock in those traditions.
Can I roll a cult to figure out if that might be the voice in my head?
You can roll an intelligence if you want, but if you want to roll a cult, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. Dice. Dice say no, I failed.
Dice say no, you failed. I say no, you failed.
I have a 70.
You're not smart enough for this one. Smooth brain.
I have a 70. I'm just my brain is going in like 16 different directions right now.
You've seen a lot today.
Victoria's trying to find a way out of this.
You've seen a lot more than the average person sees in their lifetime, in the span of less than a week.
Yeah. Just because you don't understand something or don't believe it's true doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just means you haven't seen the proof that would satisfy your own curiosity yet. There are lots of things out there that are difficult to understand even if you've seen them. So best not to be messed with.
The evil things, says the elder from the north. The serpent was born in the ice, from a time long forgot. Reborn, if you will. Ours watched long as it grew, and yet could not do anything to kill it while it still remained in our waters. It is an evil thing, and it has corrupted those Magarites. They want nothing but the power that it gives, rather than the bounty that it could provide.
People will do crazy things for power, that's for sure. Thinking back to the last time I saw Big Ben and trying really hard to not think about it actually, but brief flashing back to the rooftop with the Nazis.
We wished to show you this as to sate your curiosity in hopes that you will stop pursuing it, or if you do, at least you know our legends. If you bring about the great floods and bring about the old lands, know that we will be grateful, but we will fear the rise of the creature.
Well, I suppose you better stop building an ark just in case.
I personally don't intend on doing either of those things. That's a lot for just us to deal with, to be responsible for.
Yes. But you're not the only one who knows about this.
Who else knows?
Your government. Why do you think that you're here? The brightest minds just out on vacation?
They're trying to find a way to control it, aren't they?
They want the power. The Magaru has probably tried to speak with them already. There might be others like you.
I know someone who's noticed some things. I'm very glad I didn't give him his notes back.
Alright, I'm going to go find us a bunch of red berets because apparently we're fighting the US government and that's going to make us communists.
Whatever you choose to do, just know that we are behind you.
Is there any information you can give us? Any resources? Anyone we can talk to?
The Magarites hide that knowledge of where everything is, but we think that there might be some spaces out there that used to be cities of the old civilization, of the old places, of all the old kingdoms. We can possibly mark the area on a map for you.
Would be worth looking into.
We will have someone come by with the coordinates in the morning. For now, you should rest and know that you are at peace,
I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep after this.
and that what was to come between your two patrons never did come because we intervened. You all three close your eyes and you're back in the house. The sword is hungering, but the hunger is abated.
What the hell are we into?
Oh boy. Oh dear. I fear that we have literally nowhere to turn. The people of this island are, well, quite shady, and our own government, well, should have known that's going on.
I'm just glad I never gave Henry his notes back. I have all of his research hidden about the house. I had some time to kill while I was waiting for you two to get back, so I might have made copies of things and consolidated notes and hidden them in different places around the house.
Smart.
Very smart.
I learned a lot from my brother.
He seemed rather nice. I'm assuming because both Katie and Victoria are professors, there's like a chalkboard in the house.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we gotta have like chalkboard, butcher's paper. We got something.
Katie's gonna start writing patrons, ? Drawn arrow, Arthurian legends, ? Great Flood, ? Just like writing everything that's we're having to deal with.
How much time do y'all want to devote of 3 days to studying these things? Or do you want to give the whole 3 days?
Mortimer's spending all 3 days.
Until we figure it out, or until we find something that we need to like go and investigate in person. Victoria's definitely gonna want to look at like the rubbings that Katie took to see if she can read any of that writing.
The next day, there's a knock at the door, and someone comes in. One of the tribe's people, but none of the ones that you've seen yet. He doesn't speak. He hands you a map, and he goes on his way.
Thank you.
I hand him a little pastry because I was stress baking that morning.
He takes the pastry quite happily.
Just a nice little wrapped pastry.
Place a kitten in his pocket, send him on his way.
He accepts both. The map that you have marked now shows an overlap where Henry's sonar scans were.
Victoria's going to immediately start comparing the maps that they marked with the stuff from the sonar scans, and if she wasn't paranoid about a military official coming in, she would have a full-on conspiracy wall. It's more like little conspiracy stacks that are hidden in various places around the house.
The rest of the day you find a correlation between volcanic zones underwater and some of the settlements, it seems. Some of them are rising to the surface, but the structures that are imaged seem to not have been damaged, and in fact come a little bit closer to the surface each time that there is an earthquake.
Looks like this has been going on for a while then.
It's maybe like an inch every earthquake, but it's still, that's substantial.
Mortimer, you have any thoughts?
Katie just mumbles something into her tea, like more data points needed, but we'll tap that spot, like, important.
Day 2, Victoria, you focus on the inscriptions that they brought back from the island. They seem like they are just prayers to the Magaru. And once you start putting 2 and 2 together and you start translating it, you have a better working knowledge of the language and how it is based around certain forms that the Magaru has taken through his lifetime. The eel, the egg, you're not quite sure what that is. It's not a creature that you've seen before. It's nothing, at least, that has been recorded. But then there is the great squid.
So they are all the same. I was wondering, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to ask in that exact moment.
You realize that that is also the creature that you've been communing with.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll sanity for that one.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I got a 99.
That disables you for the rest of the day.
Oh.
You take about 10 points of sanity damage from that alone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll a d10.
Oh no, I rolled a 10.
Oh, well, a 20 out of your sanity.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll intelligence as well.
Oh no.
Huh.
Dice. That was a success. 51 out of 70. No.
You actualize it too. this image builds in your mind, and you have an inner working of these structures that you're now working with. You can see how they were built in snake-like patterns that almost move across the floor as the earthquakes come. You realize that the building structures are quite intricate to move with the earth, to always be ascending, but then to fall when needed. And you're starting to put two and two together that the Magaro being their god, they sunk into the ocean, they knew that it was going to happen, and now the army of that deep, they're bringing more of their brethren down, they're breeding them above ground, or above the water to be brought down to join the armies, to build out the civilization that will rise again. And the Magaru is real. It's there. He's in all of her glory. It's real. You've seen it. You've seen through its eyes. You've seen its children. You spend most of the day as one image captures your eye, and it's just frozen in your mind of littler squids just bobbing along as a storm is brewing. That's what you do for the second day. The other two, Mortimer, what are you doing?
I'm fine. It's fine. Victoria just disappears into a little side room and doesn't come out for a while.
Like I said, he was going to spend all 3 days studying, so he's still just locked in the book right now, trying to make sense of everything.
Go ahead and roll archaeology or library.
Okay, I rolled a 7, and my archaeology is 50. So that's an extreme success.
You're putting the books together. You're kind of the Arthurian lore now makes sense to you. You've kind of worked it out. You know the identity of Percival. You don't know its relation to your friend Katie here, but you know kind of what to expect from a Percival. You also start putting the books together for local legends. Again, not recorded all that well because books, but there's some mention of sea serpents out in these waters that are recorded by American and British sailors. There's one in Russian that you're not entirely sure what it's making out, but the images that it portrays is a serpent-like creature but with legs. You're not sure. What other books are you looking at?
Now, is there any legend specifically about people fighting back against these creatures?
There are. Not on this side of the world, though. It seems that those you would have to hear in person. None of them are recorded. There are some stories in European culture of people fighting back against them. You, with your newfound knowledge, you start to think that Beowulf is one of them. But you're not quite sure.
Maybe it's the sword. Maybe, and then I guess the last thing he's just going to be trying to see if there's any recorded documents of that sword.
The sword, it is depicted in a couple of places. It is Percival's sword. Vigil. Is it Vigil or is it Virgil? It's Vigil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it's rusted, and again, there's this yellow mass on it that's very sharp, but at the same time, it almost has like the scaliness to it. Kind of draconian like scale.
Mortimer is just making a note. Are these entities choosing their champions because there's a war about to start? Because if they've been building up an army, what happens when they hit the right number of soldiers?
You find yourself in the book of Revelation. You find yourself seeing the end of the world, an apocalypse. But you kind of just push it aside, like, this is just kind of doom and gloom at this point.
So it's. But at the same time, there's always truth in these things. I'll think about it later. Yes, I'll worry about it later.
And you promptly kind of fall asleep.
Meanwhile, Victoria is still staring at a wall.
She's having the trip of her life.
I'm torn between, is she just sitting there staring at the wall, or is she turning whatever room she's locked herself in into, it looks like a conspiracy not exploded
Both.
in there?
You're staring into vacant space. You're basically just incapacitated at this moment.
Okay, that's fair. That's just what the inside of her head looks like.
Katie, what are you doing?
I think Katie has been like bouncing between various things. The ADHD is strong with them right now, and they can't focus. And once they realize, wait, where's Victoria? And they're gonna go check on their wife because they're not in the main room with them studying and making grumbly noises at the source material.
That's true. Go and you check on her, and she is staring blankly up at the ceiling.
Sitting, standing, or just laying on the floor looking up.
Laying on the floor.
She'll obviously try and, get her attention, like sit next to her and gently shake.
There's no response.
Sighs, leaves the room, comes back with the crocheted blanket that one of them made, puts it over Victoria, puts her head in her lap, and just will start, light head scritches and playing with her hair while humming a couple of folk tunes that she probably learned from Victoria's stories growing up in Ireland and everything. Just trying to be like, you are coming back or else.
Victoria, you start to see a way home through this humming. Roll sanity.
88. I failed. There's a small part of her that's fighting. It's just...
You're drowning right now.
Victoria.exe is not responding.
You hum some more. Roll psychology, Finnick.
Sure. I'm not great at that, but sure. Yeah, I'm really not great at that.
Or do you have persuade?
I have a 10 either way. So let's try this. Okay, it's a 19. Okay, I'm gonna spend the 9 points of luck to get it there.
Okay. What do you say to Victoria?
I would like to imagine that the two of them were the type that wrote their own wedding vows and included something along the lines of, no matter where the journey will take you, I will follow you to any shore you go.
Oh, that's adorable and perfect.
Victoria, roll sanity.
Why do you keep making me roll? My sanity is really bad right now. 58.
Did you pass?
I'm closer. No, I'm at 43 right now.
That's true.
I'm not doing great. I'm trying.
Victoria, you regain 5 sanity from this persuasion. You start swimming up towards the light.
I think there's even a small part of her that's trying to sing in her own mind, continuing to sing a song that she had briefly heard Katie singing, just trying to get that connection, something to hold on to. Because she's not staying here. She is getting back to Katie. Whatever it takes.
All these words, all these humming that you're hearing, it's cutting through this low hum and the rushing of waves above and just the sound of water around you and a storm off in the sky, crashing thunder, and the movement of the children.
Let me go.
And your words are unheard over the sounds. You can't even hear them yourself. Katie, what would you like to do next?
Alright, fine. My wife's not coming, I'm coming to her. The sword's still in the house, right?
Yeah. You start to think about it, and it begins to move towards you.
Okay. She's gonna look at it, and she's going to be like, you are going to take me where she is, and we are going to get her back. Understood? Or I will throw you into the ocean and never help you again.
It doesn't say anything. It doesn't react to you. In a moment, though, it starts floating in the room with you, and then it levels itself out with the tip of it pointed at your chest. And then it seems to be waiting for your approval.
This will get her back.
There's silence.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. And she's going to keep one hand holding Victoria's hand where their wedding rings are, and take the other, put it on the hilt, and just drive it in.
And it pushes itself into you as you grab it. And you splash into an ocean. You realize that you're no longer in your own body. You're in a mind space, and Percival lets that be known to you.
Lovely. Still doesn't mean the salt water in my ear doesn't feel real.
And as you shake out the salt water, a wave comes and splashes, or just crashes on you, dragging you down.
Oh, fuck.
You see Victoria in the deep. Once you get your bearings, lightning flashes, and you see thousands of large squid just existing, just being in one spot with each other. The lightning flash goes away, and they just fade into the darkness. Roll sanity.
Cool. I can do that. This in no way is a bad idea.
We're totally not idiots with poor impulse control when it comes to each other. What do you mean?
It's fine. It's fine. I'm totally not leaning on the locked tomb for this at all. Hey, so my sanity's 59, right? I got
Yes.
a 1.
Woo.
Dang.
You do pretty good with this. You take 10 sanity, though,
Okay, that's fair.
as you're realizing all the things that your wife has realized today. Victoria, you gain 5 sanity, and your eyes become open as if they were closed, and you see this light, and you see Katie reaching out to you.
She is the only thing that exists right now. Nothing else matters.
You swim upwards. Roll power, both of you.
Roll power? Cool.
I swim, I fight, I give it everything that I've got. I am getting back to her. I got a 68, just regular success.
39 out of 60, so yeah, regular. I'm like, I can't do the math. I'm pretty sure that's not a hard.
Victoria, you reach up and you're swimming, and you feel these tendrils wrapping around you. The tentacles grip onto you and they try to pull you down, but you are able to move yourself gracefully out of their reach, and they try to keep coming for you. You see Katie, you see these squid are trying to pull her down to keep her here. And you reach out and you grab her hand and you both swim up. Both of you roll power one more time.
Hey, that was a better success. That was 50.
Look at you.
Alright.
My power is 80. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. 34.
34. Wow. You both come to on the floor. Mortimer has got you both in bed at this point. Sword disintegrates from your chest, and you feel it as a part of you, but available whenever you need it. Victoria, you come awake, and Mortimer, it's been about a day that these two have been out.
It's the immediate gasp, wait, sit bolt upright, looking around. Sees Katie, does not register if Mortimer's in the room or not, just... Oh, you're real. You're real. I'm back. I'm back. You're real. It's all that matters. You're here and you're okay. It's all that matters. Oh boy.
You both can add 10 to your Cthulhu Mythos.
Woohoo!
Okay. My Cthulhu Mythos is now at 16.
Fun.
It's fine.
Yeah, Katie just smiles and will lightly just take Victoria's hand and give it a light squeeze. Not saying much, she's tired.
At this point, you all are kind of just glad to be alive. After that, it's about time that y'all just get some R&R. You listen to the radio, it's just music, some jazz is playing. It's early in the morning. The sun has risen. It's nice. It's cool. The breeze is coming through.
Flop back into the bed. I'm not thinking about shit today. I'm just going to sit here and you are not allowed out of my sight.
Pat her head, yes, dear.
Mortimer, what are you doing?
Mortimer is going to, if anything, see if there's anything that they need, like medical-wise, since they've been asleep for a day. So he's going out getting some medicine and stuff.
You're on your way back with the medicine. They both... You can't figure it out. They seem weaker. They seem like... Well, they haven't eaten, and they've been very stressed out wherever they were for a day. So you're bringing back some medicine, bringing back some food, when you hear a siren going off, followed by many more across the island.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me that time.
And that's when a bomb drops,
Oh.
and you hear the explosion in the camp.
You have been listening to Beyond the Crumbling Veil, a Call of Cthulhu 7e actual play podcast by Styx Helix Productions, as part of Pseudonym Social, a creative podcast network changing reality one story at a time. If you're enjoying this show, please consider leaving us a review on iTunes or Podchaser or wherever you're listening to help other people find this lovely spooky tale. Beyond the Crumbling Veil is DM'd by John Voman of Styx Helix Productions, with Brian, Fennec Foxfire, and Brianna Jean. The show is also produced by Brianna Jean. If you don't want to wait to find out what happens next, you can get early access to our episodes by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial. You can also find out more information about our other shows at pseudonymsocial.com and support our various productions.